Shalama Raba China v'chista, peace and loving kindness.
Shalama Raba China v'chista, may peace and loving kindness fill your days. May your eyes shine in the light of Torah. May your face glow like the heavens. May the good you bring to the world fill your soul with joy. Shalama Rava China v'chista, peace and loving kindness. Shalama Rava China v'chista, may peace and loving kindness fill your day.
May you know compassion
Rachamim v'chayim
and long life.
Shalama Rava China v'chista, peace and loving kindness. Shalama Rava China v'chista, may peace and loving kindness. May peace and loving kindness fill your And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her, just as she had planned. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wore was one who sang our history. With every strand and every thread she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels follow Miriam as she sang a song. Sing the songs to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance all night long. Ganze Weile Miriam Bezali. When Miriam stood upon the shore and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land. And the women dancing with their timbrels follow Miriam as she sang a song. Sing the song to one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women dance and dance all night long. Miriam v'hanashim rakdu kulan. Miriam the prophet took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice and song she sang with praise and might. We just lived through a miracle. We're gonna dance tonight. Gonna dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels follow Miriam as she sang
Boker Tov, Boker Or, good morning. If I could encourage everyone to please have a seat. I don't know. I want to wish everyone a Rosh Hashanah Sameach. Oh, I guess that's the parking lot. We have many wonderful reasons to be Sameach here, as it's so fantastic to join together with our temple family, with our larger community, to celebrate the installation of Cantor, Judy, Adelman Gershon this morning. And just wanted to remind people, as it says in the Talmud, turn off your phones. For those of you, if you're not going to turn them off, whose phones are already on silent, please check them now. Those are usually the ones that ring. So please just check a moment now. People have worked very hard on making this a phenomenal opportunity to celebrate our music and our musical direction. And so we want to enjoy it. And we're going to begin, not just here in the room, but with greetings by video as we begin our celebration. Thank you so much for joining with us this morning.
To Temple Sinai on selecting my dear friend and colleague, Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon, as your senior cantor. Excellent choice. You've obviously been wowed by her talent, her creativity, her energy, her passion, and her dedication to everything she does. One little story, when I was the immediate past president of the Cantors Assembly, it happened to be the pandemic, and I was looking for a way to bring communities together. So I wrote a grant and commissioned Judy to write a piece of music that cantors and communities across North America could participate. And it far exceeded even my expectations, which were high. She wrote a piece called Safe on the Shore. I hope you've heard it or will have a chance to watch it. It brought communities together in unity. It brought us hope and healing, and it made everybody just feel great to come together. So I will forever be grateful to your new senior cantor, and I wish you continued success. May you go from strength to strength for many, many years to come in good health and in peace. Mazel tov.
Shirah Chadashah, Shipur Gerulim, Leshimcha al Sfat Hayam.
Sinai. Temple Sinai. Sorry. I'll put it over here. Is that okay, Mom? Okay. Okay. Ready?
Shirah Chadashah celebrates the amazing ability to take our tradition and to give it new wings through new settings, through new voices, through all of us having the privilege of coming together and celebrating this morning. Throughout our program this morning, we'll have opportunities to get to know our Cantor in many different ways. Hopefully many have already had the chance to meet her as personally, but we really have the opportunity to meet her musically this morning as we celebrate together with Sinai voices and voices from our community. And we're so grateful to all those who are joining us this morning to add joy and strength to the program. You'll hear more about them as we go. The next two songs are from a cantata written by Cantor Adelman Gershon called HaMitzvah Hazot, this mitzvah, a quote from Torah. The first is Ele Toldot, a section from Breshit, from Genesis, soon after creation, followed by Shema and Ve'ahavta. Same text, but different melody. And we'll have an opportunity to hear these two songs. But first, I'm thrilled to welcome, on behalf of the Reformed Jewish community of Canada, Len Bates, to come forward and to bring greetings on this morning of celebration. Thank you.
I think it's morning, so I will say good morning. It's a pleasure to be with you today to bring greetings from the Union for Reformed Judaism and the Reformed Jewish Community of Canada as you officially install Judy Adelman Gershon as your cantor. As a guest, I'm honored to celebrate this special moment, especially because in true Reform spirit, you've crafted a ceremony that is both beautifully rooted in tradition and refreshingly open to interpretation, which honestly feels quite on brand. A cantor in a Reformed congregation wears many hats: prayer leader, educator, pastoral presence, musical visionary, spiritual guide, and let's be honest, the gentle voice reminding us that yes, we're supposed to stand for a certain part. They bring meaning through melody, depth through teaching, and courage to the many of us who only sing loudly when everyone else is singing too. And Cantor Adelman Gershon is precisely the kind of leader who thrives in this setting, a place where creativity is celebrated, diversity of thought is welcomed, and no two melodies for Mishaberach are ever sung the same way twice. But truly, a cantor helps us feel connected. They take our ancient prayers and give them voice, emotion, and life. I've seen Cantor Adelman Gershon's gifts up close. Her warmth, her compassion, her artistry, and her uncanny ability to keep a straight face when somebody confidently sings an entirely different tune. That's not just talent, that's spiritual leadership. But today isn't just about Cantor Adelman Gershon joining you. It's all about all of you welcoming her into your community. Your learning, your celebrations, your questions, and yes, your wonderfully spirited musical enthusiasm. Think of it as forming a partnership, like a duet, except for 1,600 partners, all singing a slightly different harmony. Very reform, very communal, and very beautiful. Cantor Adelman Gershon, may your time here be filled with joy, creativity, inspiration, and many moments when the congregation actually remembers which version of Adon Olam you're using this week. And to this wonderful Temple Sinai community, may this new chapter bring connection, laughter, and music that lifts every voice, on key, off key, and everywhere in between. URJ President Rabbi Rick Jacobs has written a letter to Cantor Adelman Gershon. Dear Cantor Adelman Gershon, I'm delighted that the Temple Sinai family is honoring you as you're installed as the synagogue's cantor. Both personally and on behalf of the Union for Reform Judaism, I extend a warm mazel tov to you on the simcha in your life. Although I cannot be with you in person, I join in spirit with the members of your congregation and your many friends and colleagues to wish you much joy and success as you lead your new congregation in its exciting new chapter. I've experienced firsthand your extraordinary musical gifts, and I'm certain that Temple Sinai will be inspired by your music and spiritual leadership. Obviously, Temple Sinai's musical history is among the most storied in our entire Reform movement. It was the great German Jewish philosopher Hermann Cohen who said, "Love makes the melody immortal." The way you pour love into all of the music you lead and compose will surely implant a bit of immortality into the hearts of all those who will be blessed by your cantorate at Temple Sinai. As you and your new congregation family go forth together, may the countenance of the Holy One of Blessing shine brightly upon you and your family, and may you find much meaning and joy in the Jewish living, learning, and celebrating you will do together, now and for many years to come. Yasher Koach, L'Shalom, Rabbi Rick Jacobs. Thank you for letting me celebrate with you. Mazal Tov to Cantor Adelman Gershon and to this remarkable congregation. You've chosen well.
Hello, Temple Sinai in Toronto, Canada. After the horrors of October 7, 2023, the National Symphony Orchestra of the United States was looking for a new setting of Eli Eli to perform at the Kennedy Center the following month. I looked through so many different settings and videos and came across one that I thought was the most beautiful and exceptional, and that was Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon's, which she then arranged for full chorus and orchestra. It was such a big success that the following year we asked if we could perform Judy's setting of Longing to the words of Anne Frank, which she generously arranged for us, and it was again a huge success. Orchestra played it beautifully, and it was a very memorable evening. So my deepest congratulations to Judy and to Temple Sinai in Toronto, Canada.
Sing with me. You know it. Eli, Eli, Shalom Gamel Hachol ve'hayam Rishu shel hamayim Berok hashamayim Tfilat ha'adam Hachol ve'hayam Rishush shel hamayim Berok hashamayim Tfilat ha'adam.
No mic. There. I'm a very lucky person. Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon has been my friend, my cantor, my collaborative pianist, my singing partner, and my own personal composer. And if you speak nicely to her, you could have your own personal composer too one day. Through the years, I have sung many of Judy's pieces, and I've always loved her music. But in this next piece, I found something even more beautiful because it's particularly well written for the voice, and I love singing it. I have sung it now a number of times, as recently as this past Yom Kippur, and it moves me every time. Judy composed the music, and it was first performed for Slichot in 2024 at Temple Emmanuel. The soloists were Judy and Sabrina Law and myself, along with the Temple Emmanuel Choir, and some of whom are here today. The inscription reads, Adonai Ori, 4 Psalms for Slichot in loving memory of Judy Dan, composed by Cantor, Judy Adelman Gershon, Cantor and composer in residence, Temple Emmanuel. And it's 4, as I said, 4 Psalms. And the text is taken from Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my help. Whom should I fear? The one thing I ask of the Lord, only that I do seek, to live in the house of the Lord, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord, to visit his temple.
Adonai Ori v'yishi mimira Adonai Ori v'yishi mimira Adonai Lachazor
Whoops. Is there any sound here? There we are. As you've already heard, the music to Longing was composed by Cantor Adelman Gershon, and she chose the lyrics from a section of the Diary of Anne Frank, where she was just breathing by the crack of a window and longing for freedom. Originally, the piece was scheduled to be performed at the Yom HaShoah observance in Ottawa, but that's when COVID hit, and so it wasn't possible. So that didn't stop Cantor Judy as a marvelous composer, conductor, singer, cantor. She is also an amazing teacher. And so she taught us all how to make a video of the piece. And so we had all the Hollywood squares where we all sang it together. And it actually carried over to Amsterdam, where it was played in the Reform synagogue where Otto Frank was a member. And it is our privilege to perform it for you today.
The sun is shining, the sky is a deep blue, there's a lovely breeze, and I'm longing.
Shalom Temple Sinai, and Mazel Tov. I'm especially proud to join in your celebrations because Cantor, Judy, Adelman Gershon's decades of experience and talent in leading tefillah began at Holy Blossom Temple. Yes, she and David met here while teaching in our school and years later went on to help launch our Shabbat morning family service. The people they are and the music they brought in perfect harmony made that service compelling and meaningful for so many young families, including my own. And thanks to the foundation that they helped to build, that family service is still going strong to this day for the next generation. On a personal note, I must say that it has been a delight to watch Judy's musical career grow and develop throughout the years. Her passion for Jewish music as a vehicle for community building eventually brought her to the Cantorate, and I admire her for it, and the Canadian Jewish community is the better for it. So Mazel Tov Temple Sinai, Yishar Kochech, dear Judy, and may you together continue to sing Michael El Chayo, from strength to strength.
May the world be good to you.
May your heart be full.
Mouth speak wisdom, and your tongue whisper with praise. Shlama Rabbah, China v'chista, peace and loving kindness.
Shalama Rabba, China v'chista, may peace and loving kindness fill your days. May your eyes shine in the light of Torah. May your face
And now I'm pleased to introduce one who here needs no introduction, our Cantor laureate and composer in residence, Cantor Charles Osborne, sharing a world premiere written in honor of Cantor Adelman Gershon and her installation this morning, Fill My Mouth with Laughter.
Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her, just as she had planned.
Shalom, Temple Sinai. Project Kesher is the largest Jewish women's organization in the countries of the former Soviet Union and working with Russian speakers in Israel. When we wanted a powerful adaptation of Debbie Friedman's Miriam song, we reached out to Judy, who helped us put together an incredible new adaptation that reached hundreds of thousands through the internet and was so meaningful that Debbie Friedman's sister reached out to say that it was the most beautiful rendition she could possibly imagine. We are so thrilled to see Judy becoming your senior cantor. Congratulations on having such an incredible spiritual musical leader.
If I had known that we're going to get that kind of an introduction, I would have included more tamarines in my piece, but it's okay. Ross and I rehearsed on Friday and decided we wanted a little more intimate feeling for this piece because it's just me and just you, but of course now I have the happy opportunity to sing it right in front of Judy's folks here, and you'll notice I got some choral solidarity going, guys, so so I wanted to make sure that I covered all my bases because I want to be welcome back at some point in the future. I was particularly pleased to set this poem, as it says in your programs. This is from a wonderful book called A Jewish Woman's Prayer Book, edited by Eliza Levy. And this is a psalm that was written by the crypto-Jewish women of Portugal. As we know through history, Jews have had wonderful times, and then Jews have had less than wonderful times. And this poem speaks to me on a number of different levels. First of all, the creativity of Jewish women, and most especially at a time when they dared not reveal to the world that they were Jewish. And this is a psalm that was written by the Jewish women of Portugal in hiding, if you will, crypto-Jews, conversos in Spain, and Moranos as the insulting word that, but it's all the same. And if that's the first thing, the tribute to the creativity of Jewish women. The second being that it speaks to me because as a descendant of some of the Jews that sailed with Cristobal Colon and his sons, AKA who? Yes, Laban's old Columbus, as it was written later, but there's a lot of evidence to point that he was Jewish as well. This is a story that has really yet to be properly written because a lot of the genealogy of the Jews of that period who served with King Ferdinand or under King Ferdinand, the church went to tremendous lengths to cover up their Jewish lineage. And so I myself have trouble finding out anything about my own family as a result of that. But it speaks to me because I'm a descendant of that community. The third thing is that there's a lot of good advice in here for cantors. And I'm going to read you this text, and then I'm going to sing it for you. God, fill my mouth with laughter, fill my mouth with song. That's a good one. Judy, wherever you are, but okay. Fulfill my wishes, bless me from Zion. Hear, God, the prayer of your servant. Let my heart not be proud, nor my eyes be arrogant. Grant me, my God, that I should understand simple things, until I find a place for God, a dwelling places for the mighty one of Jacob. For there God commanded the blessing, life unto eternity. There I shall spread my hand to these. I shall bless you, eternal one, for you judge the nation, and your servants accompany you. Hear my cry in your sanctuary.
God, fill my mouth with laughter, fill my mouth with song. Fulfill my wishes, bless me from Zion. Hear, God, the prayer of your servant. Let my heart not be proud, nor my eyes be arrogant. Grant me, my God, that I should understand simple things, until I find a place for God, dwelling places for the mighty one of Jacob. For there God commanded the blessing, life unto eternity. There I shall spread my hands to these. I shall bless you, Eternal One, for you judge your nation, and your servants accompany you. Hear my cry in your sanctuary.
I just got permission to come back even if I'm not wearing pink, so.
Thank you.
Good news.
Thank you, Cantor Osborne, and thank you to Ross Ingalls, our accompanist and a treasure of Temple. Thank you, Ross. We continue now with our formal installation of our cantor, as I'm pleased to welcome forward Noah Singer, Executive Vice President of Temple Sinai, to begin with remarks welcoming our cantor to our family.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. We're here today, of course, for the installation of Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon as senior cantor here. Cantor joins us most recently from Temple Emmanuel, where she served for 10 years, as senior cantor and composer in residence. And before that, helped to establish and form our very own Temple Sinai Ensemble Choir. So in many ways, a welcome and a welcome back. You can always count on a choir to make noise. Cantor is an internationally recognized composer, recording artist, television personality, and Juno winner, and we're so excited to add to that list Senior Cantor of Temple Sinai. So we are very excited to see all the amazing things you're going to do here for us. On behalf of the board and the executive, welcome, Mazel Tov, and Yasher Koach.
And now to share an installation address, words of welcome and praise and personal reflection, I'm thrilled to welcome forward Rabbi Sharon Sobel, a colleague and friend, and who served this community for so many years as rabbi at Holy Blossom Temple, and then as the leader of the Canadian region of the Reform movement. It's a pleasure to welcome her home to Temple Sinai in honor of Cantor's installation this morning. Rabbi Sobel.
I'm a little shorter. I feel like saying Shabbat Shalom. Rabbi Dolgan was observing Rosh Hashanah. Thank you, Rabbi Dolgan, Cantor Adelman Gershon, and Temple Sinai. What an extraordinary honor it is to stand here at this auspicious moment. I am so deeply moved by all of that beautiful music, and I am profoundly grateful to be here this afternoon for this sacred occasion. To be honest, witnessing Temple Sinai and Cantor Adelman Gershon come together to join your lives for this sacred partnership and make this shidduch fills me with so much joy and almost tempts me to come back to Toronto. Almost. The winters are just a little too cold. Can everybody hear me okay? Because I'm a little far from the microphone. John Denver once wrote, "Music makes pictures and often tells stories. All of it magic and all of it true." Our tradition has always understood this truth. Since biblical times, music has helped us express faith, hope, and awe. From the portable Mishkan in the wilderness to the temple in Jerusalem, our ancestors used music to reach toward the holy. King David knew the power of music. He made certain that the musicians were cared for, housed, and honored. Now, I'm not asking Temple Sinai to build Judy a house down here at Bathurst in Molson. However, King David knew that a world without music is a world without color, without joy, without warmth, and without spirit. Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon exemplifies the notion of using music to make pictures, to tell stories, to make magic of all sorts, the kind of magic that helps bring each of us closer together in perfect harmony. It is as if the words of the psalmist from Psalm 150 have informed Cantor Adelman Gershon's life. Psalm 150 teaches us, praise the Eternal with blasts of the shofar, praise the Eternal with harp and lyre, praise the Eternal with timbrel and dance, praise the Eternal with lute and pipe, praise the Eternal with resounding cymbals, praise the Eternal with loud crashing cymbals. I have discerned over the course of my many years as Cantor Adelman Gershon's friend that she has spent her entire life finding new ways to praise the Eternal through music. Her passion began when she was young, long before she imagined herself a cantor. She studied performance and classical voice at the University of Toronto, and her Jewish identity has always been central to her soul. I met Judy more than 36 years ago at Holy Blossom Temple. How fortuitous that when we celebrate Cantor Adelman Gershon today, it is double chai years since we met. Judy, you have blessed my life more than double chai times. I might get a little verklempt here. I have a tissue somewhere in my pocket. Even then, back those days, when she and David and I would have dinner together on Erev Yom Kippur, just the three of us, the same menu every year, Erev Yom Rosh Hashanah. I won't tell you what the menu was. We're going to recreate it one day. Even then, she had a rare ability to sing straight into your heart. When she and David worked with our young families, as Rabbi Splansky said, our High Holy Day and family worship experiences blossomed. She always understood what people needed: spiritual nourishment, emotional comfort, a sense of belonging, a moment of joy, even a bit of holy mischief when needed. Watch out. I remember when she sang Kol Nidre for the very first time back in 1990. All right, I might be giving our ages away. She offered it with deep humility and purity of intention, that it felt as if the very gates of heaven were opening, and nothing about it was performative. It was deeply prayerful in the most simple, straightforward manner. People who might have only attended High Holy Days, who might have only attended synagogue on the High Holy Days, suddenly began joining us for Shabbat. Deep friendships were built. People started joining committees. They invited each other to their homes for Shabbat dinner. And Cantor Adelman Gershon's presence made Jewish life come alive and accessible and full of heart. And this remains true till today. As you watch Cantor Adelman Gershon in your midst, you will see she is not performative. She is who she was all those years ago. She is a nurturer. She is a builder. You will see that everything that she touches builds community and brings people together and makes your community, Temple Sinai, stronger, deeper, and more fulfilling for all who come into your presence. And Cantor Adelman Gershon is not only someone who sings like an angel, she is a composer extraordinaire, as we have seen today. She has been composing original Jewish music for more than 4 decades. Sometimes she writes alone. Sometimes she writes with her partner, her husband, her best friend, her besheret, David. She collaborates with poets like Adam Saul and with musicians throughout North America. She lifts people up. She expands our spiritual imagination. She deepens our capacity for prayer. I'm going to make myself verklempt. I know, I can't help it. For Cantor Adelman Gershon, it is not about elevating herself. Rather, it is about how to mark a moment in time in a more spiritual manner, or how to bless someone who's important to her with something special and unique for a milestone moment in her life. And a cantor is not simply someone who elevates our worship. A cantor is a teacher, a pastoral caregiver, a guide, a partner with clergy and laity, someone who helps us make a synagogue feel like home. And Cantor Adelman Gershon will listen to you deeply, to both the words that you say and the things that you do not say, the things that are left unsaid. She will build deep and meaningful relationships with you. She will help you find your voice. She will help you find your prayer, and she will help you find your grounding in Jewish life. She will accompany you throughout all of your life's journeys, standing by your side, celebrating with you, holding your hand, or just simply being that quiet, abiding presence, because that is who Cantor Adelman Gershon is. I can't say it enough, but Cantor Adelman Gershon is a connector. When she founded the Toronto Jewish Chorus in its original format here at Temple Sinai years and years ago, it quickly became one of the most vibrant Jewish musical ensembles here in the country. Thursday evening rehearsals became sacred. And let me tell you, not every choir rehearsal in the Jewish world is sacred time. But people attend these choir rehearsals because you all love singing together and you love being guided by Judy's warmth, her humor, and her tremendous musical quality. And today, the Toronto Jewish Chorus is one of the largest Jewish choirs in Canada, and its spirit reflects Judy's own enormous heart. And it happens, if I happen to call one of my other really dear friends, I won't tell you my nicknames for him, and he won't share his nicknames for me. My dear friend, Rabbi Lawrence Englander, on a Thursday late afternoon, he'll say to me, Sharon, I would love to talk, but I have to go eat dinner, and I have my choir rehearsal tonight, and I can't miss it. I just love that choir, and I love being with Judy. And he will only miss his choir rehearsal if he's out of town or if he's sick. And to watch Judy conduct, if you see her today, it's as if you're watching the most beautiful dance. It's magic. Cantor Adelman Gershon embraces challenges with grace, thoughtfulness, intention, and creativity. When the Simon Wiesenthal Center needed original music for a National Holocaust Memorial Center in Ottawa, they called Judy, as you heard earlier. And it's not just about figuring out how to do something during COVID, but when COVID postponed the event and she composed a brand new piece, and she invited the Toronto Jewish Chorus to perform virtually, even in isolation, she created community, because that's what Cantor Adelman Gershon does. She creates community. And look at how packed this room is today. She brings community together. And Cantor Adelman Gershon, or Judy, or Mom, is who she is today because of the people who stand beside her. Her beloved husband, David, I was there when their relationship first started. At Holy Blossom, they thought that David should go out with me when I first got there. It's true. But this is a much better match. They were made for each other. Their children, not just her children, their children, Jared, Abigail, and Zev, her amazing parents, Reg and Rona, her sisters and brothers-in-law, and nieces and nephews. And I'm not going to name them all because Judy has a beautiful and large family who have adopted me as well. And you will get to know them. And her name is not in the program, but her sister, Robin, is playing flute. And Robin's a world-class flautist. And those are the people she loves most, and they love her and support her unconditionally, and they are her strength and her joy. They support her, encourage her, and lift her up, and they share her with all of us, and their love sustains her spirit. And Temple Sinai, you are not just receiving a cantor, you are receiving a whole constellation of goodness and kindness that surrounds her, and you will get to know all of them, and you will get to love them. Now, James Taylor reminds us, yes, he's somewhere in the Midrash. James Taylor reminds us that the secret of life is enjoying the passage of time. Now, not every moment of holiness arrives with grandeur. Sometimes it comes quietly with the passage of time. Sometimes it comes gently and tenderly with a voice that listens before it sings. And congregational transitions invite us to listen differently. They ask us to open our hearts to new sounds and new leadership. Change can stretch us, it can unsettle us, but it can also invite us toward growth. Cantor Adelman Gershon brings an extraordinary array of gifts to Temple Sinai. She's a composer, a teacher, a conductor, a collaborator, a creator of sacred musical moments that speak directly to our souls. Her voice does not seek to overpower. It seeks to open our hearts. It does not strive for attention. It strives for connection. Her musicianship is vast, and her talent is immense, and her humility is disarming, and her laughter is contagious. As this community embraces your next chapter, I want to say something that I believe with my whole heart. Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon is a member of your clergy, but before that, she is a human being. And I want you to remember that she is a person. And sometimes we forget to treat our clergy, all of our clergy, like people. And we deserve to be treated with dignity and honor, and she will treat you with dignity and honor. So I offer this gentle reminder because her heart is large and open and generous. And I want you to protect her heart and cherish that heart and make this a place where she feels safe to bring her whole self. You are so very blessed to have Cantor Adelman Gershon as your senior cantor. Although I confess every time I talk to her, I tell her that I want to pack her in my suitcase and bring her back to my congregation. It's true, she'll affirm that. Psalm 96 teaches us, Shirah Ladonai Shirah Chadashah. Sing unto the Eternal a new song. Shir Ladonai kol haaretz. Sing unto the Eternal all the earth. Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon helps each of us sing our new song. She helps us listen for the song of each other. She reminds us that whether we sing, play an instrument, or simply let the music wash over us, our lives can become a symphony of holiness. So this is my charge for Cantor Adelman Gershon. I will sing to the Eternal as long as I live, says Psalm 104. These words have carried our people through centuries of longing and hope. Today, as Temple Sinai installs Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon, these words become the promise of a new relationship woven with trust, music, and blessing. So Cantor Adelman Gershon, my dear friend Judy, may your voice and beautiful music stir the depths of our hearts. May your teachings call forth the best of ourselves. May your leadership guide us toward a shared understanding of holiness. And may you know always that your presence here is one of our most treasured gifts and our greatest blessings. And to our Temple Sinai community, may you meet this moment with humility and openness. May you welcome Cantor Adelman Gershon's vision with patience and generosity. May you honor her role as spiritual leader by allowing her to challenge you and comfort you and broaden your sense of what prayer can be. May you listen with tenderness when the melody and music are new. May you respond with gratitude even when the path requires courage. May you trust that sacred partnership when it asks something of each of us and the cantor who leads and the community that follows with intention and heart. May Cantor Adelman Gershon's music help you discover the holiness woven through your own lives. And may her presence encourage you to seek justice, to cultivate compassion, and to open yourselves to the wonder that lives inside prayer. Let everything within us lift its voice, and let everything within us become praise. Together, may Cantor Adelman Gershon and the congregation of Temple Sinai create a community where song strengthens our bonds, deepens our faith, and brings us closer to God and to one another as we say together, Amen. Mazal Tov, and may you go from strength to strength.
Let's see. How can I sum all that up? Judy's pretty great, huh? But it's more than that. Just before we formally join together in the prayer of installation, I just want to add one more thought, because one of the things that is an incredible privilege at Temple Sinai is to have the opportunity over the years regularly to be guided by someone with depth of knowledge of our tradition, who has a unique personal insight into what that tradition not only has been, but can be, and who can offer new moments, new settings, new opportunities, who can help us find within ourselves new music. I've been privileged in my many years here at Temple Sinai to serve with Ben Steinberg and with Cantor Charles Osborne. And to say Ben Steinberg, Cantor Charles Osborne, Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon just sounds right, and it feels right, and is a beautiful next step in the life of our Temple family. And having done it myself, it's just meaningful and fun and moving to pray and sing with Judy. And so if you haven't done that yet, focus on the word yet, because it's coming. And it's just wonderful to have the opportunity to welcome her and to affirm her place as our senior cantor, director of music, and to welcome and celebrate that moment. So I'm going to ask her mentor, Chazan Sarah Alexander and Cantor Adelman Gershon, to please join me here. And if you turn to the second to last page of your program, it has an installation ceremony. I'll tell you your part when it comes by. Just as elected officials take an oath of office and a sacred ritual, so do we as Jews now sanctify these important public relationships. We hold the highest kavod for covenants, what we call brit. The brit of a child at a child's naming, the brit that binds a synagogue community together in mutual support and care. All of these, of course, reflecting the brit that the Holy One has made with us. That brit began with our ancestors, was renewed when we left slavery, and is recreated in the mystery of the covenant of Sinai. God is called HaMechadesh B'chol Yom Tamid Maaseh V'Reshit. God recreates us in the potential of every person anew every day. And just so, the potential of this covenant, the brit between congregation and cantor, is renewed and deepened because you, the congregation, commit to pray, learn, and build this community together with our cantor. So if I can ask everyone, both choirs and congregation, to please rise. So in the name of this Keilah Kadoshah, this sacred community, in the name of Am Yisrael, I ask all of you to join me in inviting the cantor to be installed as our cantor. Please join me. Cantor Judy Adelman Gershon. This congregation asks you to become their leader and guide, to be with them in prayer, comfort, and healing, to inspire their song and their joy, to challenge them to grow and deepen their learning, to fuel their courage for the work of justice, and to make Temple Sinai in every respect a Keilah Kadoshah, a place of holiness and moral inspiration for all who enter. Do you accept the responsibilities that this community has put before you? If so, please answer, yes, ani rotza.
Yes, ani rotza.
And to this congregation, to all of us, to answer, yes, anu rotzim. Do you commit to supporting and cherishing this cantor? Yes, anu rotzim. Chizku v'imtzu, be strong and of good courage, and let us say together, Amen. And now I invite Chazan Alexander to share the priestly benediction for her student, you may be seated quietly.
So first, I just need to say a few words, because you can't put a chazan up there and expect them not to say something.
Apparently.
Especially not a teacher. So I have to say, Cantor Adelman Gershon, I have trained many cantors, but very seldom have I been privileged to work with someone who is such an amazing musician. Not only do you have deep scholarship as a cantor, but you are a composer, you are a conductor, you are such a creative and amazing person. I don't know if you realized, if you were just listening with your soul or if you were looking at the program, but everything you heard today was written by Cantor Adelman Gershon. And so that's why today I need to say congratulations, not to you, but I need to say congratulations, Temple Sinai. You don't realize just how lucky you are yet, but you will. And now I would like to bless you as too many years ago, my mentor blessed me when he installed me in my pulpit. And unfortunately, like every single one of my students and most of my B'nai Mitzvah students, you're taller than me, so you're going to have to bend down just a little. No.
Not that far.
Just a little.
Just a little, okay. Can you hear that song?
May you go from strength to strength. May this community be a blessing for you, as I know you will be a blessing from them.
Thank you, Sarah. It's beautiful.
We're going to hear a few words from Cantor Adelman Gershon in a little bit, but as you notice, the young people are on their way in. And they're part of our next beautiful piece of music. In the meantime, Marcy, if I could ask you to please, whoever's doing the next video, to go ahead and while they take their places, we're going to share the next video greeting as they come forward and take their place as part of the grand choir as we move toward the conclusion of our program today. And we hope everyone will stay and join us for lunch in the social hall after at the conclusion of the program. So it wouldn't be Jewish to leave without eating. So please make sure to do just that.
Greetings, Temple Sinai, from your friends up the road at Temple Emmanuel. On this wonderful morning, as you are celebrating our Judy Adelman Gershon becoming your senior cantor. And we know what a blessing that is. Her soulfulness, her creativity, her shocking musicality, they are all now part of the beating heart of your community. And I know your sanctuary will be bursting with joy. I'd say we wish you all the best, but we know you already have the best. So all I can say is Mazal Tov, Mazal Tov, and Mazal Tov.
And as we prepare for this next special piece, and as our young choir, our singers from our school take their place, I also have to just say how incredibly meaningful it is for me to see the Toronto Jewish Chorus and the Temple Sinai choirs sitting together and singing together and leading this program and doing so here. I know it's not the first time this has happened, but both have been so strengthened by the Cantor's amazing ability to lead and to bring joy to singing and to help people bring their voices together and lift up a community. It's really just something profound, and you've done something profound for us today in sharing your music, which you're not done with. But before you do, we just have to say how beautiful it is to have all of you here together today and to share your musical gifts with us. Thank you so much for that gift today in honor of the Cantor. In just a few moments, we're going to join together all of the choirs and our children in singing Asim Shalom. Again, familiar words, but liturgy set to music by Cantor Adelman Gershon. And so for this moment, I'll turn things back over to her.
Okay. We're singing now, yes?
Oh, yeah.
We're talking later. When my dear friend Sharon said you would asked you to take care of my heart, she should have also told you that you might also have to take care of my bladder occasionally. So that I'm sorry. Okay. TMI. Okay, sorry. Don't say heart. Got it. Okay. Yes. Okay.
What are we singing?
Sim Shalom.
Oh, say shalom.
We're going to do we're doing Sim Shalom first.
Sim shalom first.
We were skipping it. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we should do that.
No,
This is Sim Shalom
Sim shalom first.
because our students who have stayed long to be with us today, we have ice cream waiting for them. So we have to get that happening. Okay. So can we do, there we go. And then we'll do Oseh Shalom as they're. One second.
Sim shalom tova hey v'hesed v'rachamim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael
Eloheinu yotzarenu kulanu ke'echad be'or panecha.
Ki me'or panecha natata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu.
Sim shalom tova u'bracha hey v'hesed v'rachamim
is, yeah. They have a very important appointment. Thank you. So another hand for the students of our school.
Okay. No skin. I know that.
We're cutting Osei Shalom. Okay. We're cutting it. We're cutting it. We're cutting Osei Shalom.
Oh, okay.
No. We're going to one voice, I guess. We're skipping Osei Shalom.
Did I have my mic off the whole time? Oh, okay. So I just announced a program change before I say a few words of, I can't use the word verklempt, it's been used so many times today, but, oh, this is a lot. And it's been so beautiful, so beautiful. I just wanted to say we're doing a slight program change because we've run a little long and I don't want to keep you, I don't want to be between you, I don't want Oseh Shalom to be between you and your lunch. So we are cutting Oseh Shalom, which means that the Temple Sinai choir, ensemble choir, doesn't get to sing it. So that means I owe them an Oseh Shalom and you owe them a listen to an Oseh Shalom. Okay, so we will sing it at the next opportunity on Shabbat. We'll figure it out. We'll let you know, and you all have to come. So that for sure, Shabbat Shirah, yeah. So I'll just say a few words, but I'm feeling very blessed right now. I want to thank you for this deeply beautiful and meaningful, I was going to say morning, but it really is the afternoon. I'm having a bit of deja vu. I feel like I was just doing something similar at Temple Emmanuel not long ago. And I think that, is Rabbi Landsberg here? Oh, she maybe couldn't come. Is she there? Hi, Deborah. I'm very grateful that you're here, although now that's going to make me cry again. And other Temple Emmanuelniks, as we would call them, are here to help celebrate this next chapter with me. Sharon, my dear friend, Rabbi Sharon Sobel, I love you. Thank you for being here, for flying here from North Carolina, for all the thought and love you poured into my making this installation so personal and so moving. I have to say, there is absolutely no way that I would be standing here as your senior cantor if it weren't for Sarah. Because she's just a remarkable person. And she shepherded me when I was studying. And she and I connected. I heard about her. Somebody was talking about Chazan Sarah Alexander and said, and she was a string player. And I said, string player? That sounds like someone who we could talk the same language. And we did. And everything just opened up for me at that point. And I'm deeply, deeply grateful to you. She came all the way from Chicago today to celebrate with us. Sarah, you are a treasure. You are so learned, so musically accomplished, and such a kind and patient teacher. Every time I talk to you, I learn something new, and that is the truth, even at dinner last night. You are an inspiration and a blessing, and thank you for being here. Thank you as well, I'm worried I'm going to miss people, to my wonderful, generous, and oh so talented cantorial colleagues. Thank you to Alice Malik. I'm going quickly because I know we're running long. Where's Alice? Alice, my partner, my friend, choral director extraordinaire, for stepping in so that I could have my hands free a little bit. And thank you to Renee Buteau, who said that I'm her personal composer, and she is my personal soprano and personal vocal teacher, and truly helped me find my voice and made Adonai Ori soar. Thank you to Rabbi Englander for introducing longing in that beautiful way, for your constant support and inspiration. I want to also thank the amazing musicians. These are not just professional musicians that I happen to find. These are dear friends that we've been working together for a long time, and it means so much to me. The Ellen Meyer, my sister, Robin Lesner on flute, Jim Wallenberg on violin, Beth Silver, a Ben Steinberg Award recipient, are here, and of course, Ross Ingalls. I'm so grateful that you're all here. And Jared, thank you for playing the shaker and stepping in. You're really good at that shaker, Jared. He's pretty good at other percussive things too, but that was very good. I'm standing here, I'm very aware of the great chazanim and Jewish musicians who served, I'm pretty sure it says this congregation. It does, this congregation, and left an enduring impact on our community. I was raised, my sisters and I were raised on the music of Ben Steinberg. And I later fell in love with the music of another composer, the harmonic style and the melodies that go straight to your heart, the music of Cantor Charles Osborne. And that is the truth. And having the opportunity, as Rabbi Dolgan put it, I can't really say it any better than he did, but to serve, to follow in the footsteps of these giants is an honor, is an understatement. And it's an honor, huge honor. And it's also a blessing. And it's a blessing because in addition to being a congregation with a brilliant history, this is a good place with good people. My life has been shaped by the good people I made, the good people I was with when we made a choir more than 20 years ago, the ensemble choir. Such good people that forgive me when I cut their one solo from the program. That's what good people they are. And they've become dear friends. I've been warmly welcomed by so many of you, truly. And just look at how many of you have come today to celebrate. I look forward to the privilege of being with you, moving forward, to celebrate, to comfort, to create, to build. And I think you can see from the way this concert was structured that while I really do love to sing for you, I do. I love to stand up and hear me sing, I do. When I'm not crying in between every song, especially. But truly, my greatest passion is to sing with you. I want to thank the incredible souls who sing in our two choirs, the Temple Sinai Ensemble Choir and the Toronto Jewish Chorus, and there's some overlap between the two. And they didn't even make a peep of complaint when I asked them to be here at 8:30 this morning, which was not a peep. Yeah. I also want to thank, I'm not going to list all the staff at Temple Sinai, but I do want to mention Marcy Goldberg because she gets all the pieces together. And thank you, Marcy. And Deb, who just, it doesn't matter how last minute I ask her to help me with a task, I swear she loves it. Like she just is such a kind and amazing support to me. I'm so blessed. And I do want to thank Ben Shahar Lang, our custodian, our facilities manager, and Nestor and Roel and their team. It's been wonderful to meet all of them, and they're just always so accommodating and helpful, and it makes a big difference. It makes a really big difference. I also want to thank my clergy colleagues, Rabbi Michael Dolgan, Rabbi Jordan Shaner, and Cantor Mira Lebovitz, who have been so kind and so welcoming, and truly from whom I have already learned so much. I'm deeply grateful. And finally, I want to thank all of you, new friends and old friends, and my incredibly supportive, generous, and patient family. I'm so glad you're here. So please continue to introduce yourself to me. I love when you wear name tags. It is the best thing. But I will learn your names. I used to think I was good at it, but coming to Temple Sinai, this has been my challenge. So just keep telling me your name and I will get it. And feel free to reach out to me anytime with your ideas and your concerns, your questions, your dreams. And hey, this amazing choir, actually both choirs, is always looking for new singers, so come talk to me. Thank you for trusting me with your voices and your hearts. I am honored to walk and sing this journey with you at Temple Sinai. Thank you. Pardon? Okay. So I think we're at the wrap-up, Rabbi Dolgan, as we refer to it.
It's wrapped up. Please do continue the celebration by joining us next door in the social hall for not this minute.
But they're getting up.
They're
Okay.
so strict. My goodness. You're not going to miss the last song. Who would miss the last song of such a phenomenal concert? So after the last song of the concert, we will join next door for lunch and continue our celebration. And we look forward to seeing many of you, all of you with us again and again and again. We now turn to our concluding song with our wonderful guest cantors and our choirs and all of us together.
I was so blessed when Chazan, Sarah Alexander, blessed me with Birkat HaKohanim. This is a musical setting of it, and I need your help. When we sing, Ken Yehi Ratzon, I want you to answer us with Ken Yehi Ratzon. That's it. So we're going to practice it once. Let's do it. Ken Yehi Ratzon. No, just you. That's your part. I'll cue you when it comes.
Can
Please join us next door for lunch. If your license plate is BYBC095, go visit your car. It needs to see you. Please join us next door for lunch, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. She's first.